Before her untimely death at the age of 26, Jean Harlow was one of the pre-code era's most popular sex symbols. She was nicknamed the Blonde Bombshell, but her breakout role was not as a blonde. It was as a red-headed woman. Welcome to Exploitation Reviews, and me, Rob. Today I'm taking a look at Red-Headed Woman from 1932. Like 1933's Babyface, which I covered on the channel a while back, Red-Headed Woman is about a bad girl who improves her social standing by sleeping her way to the top. Of course, even though this is a pre-code film, don't expect anything too explicit. It's still the 1930s after all. One of the charms of pre-code films is to see how the writers used suggestion and innuendo to push things as far as they could. The Hays Code was not enforced, but the laws were. Anyway, on to the film. We open with Harlow at the salon, and she makes a quip about how gentlemen prefer blondes. This is a reference to the book of that title, written by Anita Luce, who is the screenwriter of this film. Then Harlow changes into a revealing outfit.
Can you see through this?
I'm afraid you can, miss, but
I'll wear it.
Lil's plan is to deliver some mail to the boss and try to finagle her way into some dictation. No, seriously, that's what she says.
I'm on my way up to the boss's house with his mail.
Why didn't his secretary do it?
Because I swiped it off her desk. These are important and they've got to be answered right away. Maybe I'll get a chance to stay and take dictation.
Her friend tells her that this will never work because Bill, that's the boss, is, in love with his wife, they're high school sweethearts, not gonna happen. But Lil insists that he is just a man after all. And Lil's plan works. She does finagle her way into some dictation. Yeah. The scene fades out, and then we see her friend get tired of waiting, to establish that some time has passed, and then we're back in the room, and Lil is crying because she's happy. So, what do we think happened in between here? Well, I don't know, but I do know that before the scene faded out, Bill's tie was straight and his pocket square was, square, and when we came back in, his tie is askew and his pocket square is ruffled. He looks a bit more disheveled, so what were they up to?
Now, Red, there's no use in taking this too seriously.
Seriously?
Yeah, nothing that should be taken seriously. The two continue to hang out and dance and do non-serious things, and the script takes special care to let us know that it is getting pretty late, and then Bill's wife comes home early. So we don't see what they were up to in there, but Bill's wife saw, and she is none too pleased. In fact, she says the relationship is over. I guess it was something to take seriously. The next day, Bill's father, the owner of the company, he tries to get Lil to leave the city and move to Chicago. He offers her a job there. But Lil's not interested in a job. And she's not about to give up on her plan to trap Bill into marrying her. But Bill's current marriage is pretty resilient. But again, Lil is pretty persistent. And eventually Lil wins. Bill and his wife do get a divorce, and Bill quickly marries Lil.
you won't have him long. You caught him with sex, but sex isn't the only thing in life, and it doesn't last forever. And when it's gone, you'll lose him.
Wait, sex doesn't last forever? Damn, I'm gonna have to rethink my retirement plan. Okay, so at this point, we're about halfway through the movie, so Lil isn't done yet. Will she stay with Bill and enjoy society life? Is there a bigger fish to land? Will she get her comeuppance, or will she get away with all of it? Well, that's enough out of me as far as plot goes. Let's talk some highlights. Oh man, this is such a well-written movie. When it needs to be, it's subtle and full of innuendo, and when it can be, it's direct and biting, and quite frankly, it's hilarious.
Well, you son of a sea snake, have you got on my new pajamas? Yeah, well, you shake right out of them, Hortense. All right. I'm too important these days to sleep informally. What if there'd be a fire?
You'd have to cover up to keep from being recognized.
This is, of course, because of the screenwriter, Anita Luce. She was amazing. How good was she? Well, she was the first female staff writer in Hollywood, and for this film, MGM fired F. Scott Fitzgerald, the writer of The Great Gatsby, and they replaced him with Anita Luce. That's pretty impressive. Beyond the cleverness of the script, the overall story is pretty fun too. I mean, it's pretty fun to watch Lil just be singularly focused on snagging Bill and getting ahead in life. She does not care who gets in the way or who she hurts in the process. Quite a good villain. I mean, I guess this might turn some people off. She is a homewrecker after all. But I think you have to keep in mind a little bit when this movie was made. It was the Great Depression. Lots of America, lots of the world was suffering. And then here, we get these rich society types, eating caviar and drinking champagne. And fuck those people, they had it coming. In fact, there are no good people in this movie, except for maybe Lil's roommate. She's pretty cool.
Gee, I'm beginning to get a little nervous. Here, hon, hold these.
I'd be nervous myself if I didn't have any more brains than you've got.
Yeah, this movie just sort of clips along. It's very well paced. You'll never be bored, partly because this movie's not even that long, which helps a lot. It's a funny movie. I love that script. It's a joy to listen to, but I wouldn't say the movie's perfect. Like a businessman exploiting the working class for caviar and bubbly, it has some shortcomings. Well, similar to what I was just saying, there is a meanness to this movie that might turn some people off. For example, after Bill's wife finds him cheating, there is this transition from her crying face to Lil's laughing one, and that might rub people the wrong way. But you have to keep in mind that she's a rich lady at a time when there should not have been rich ladies, so that's part of the story here. But still, I can see why it would rub some people the wrong way. Not me, but, people. Maybe think of it in a more modern context. Would you really care if somebody cheated on a Kardashian? No, why would you? Fuck those people. Cheating is way less than they deserve. But overall, I don't have a whole lot to complain about here. It's a fun movie, it's a fast movie, the script is just a joy to listen to, acting all around is pretty cool, the people look great, Jean Harlow, super sexy.
You don't dare stay here. You don't trust yourself. Oh, do it again. I like it. Do it again.
Lots of fun to be had here, especially if you're a person who thinks we should eat the rich.